guys, it's Jenna here. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be discussing my late December wrap-up. So, in the month of December, again, I did not do the reading that I wanted to do. However, I still did some reading. I managed to read 6 books in the crazy month that was December, which I'm still not quite sure how I managed to read 6 books, audiobooks. But yeah, we're gonna go into them. 4 of them were rereads, so think of that how you will, but still, content in progress. So the first 2 books I actually read in the month of December was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling. Obviously, books 1 and 2 in the Harry Potter series. I decided to pick these up on a whim, and I listened to them on audio at work. I thoroughly enjoyed both of them. I don't know why, I was just in such a Harry Potter mood, and reading them, just gave me so much joy around the holidays. And it really helped me keep myself in the reading mood because honestly, this was all I wanted to read. And because I got to read them, I stayed more inside the reading mood instead of going into a complete slump. So, obviously I gave both of these 5 out of 5 stars. So, yeah. I gave literally everything on my wrap-up 5 out of 5 stars. Spoiler alert, but yeah, this one's going to be pretty short. And obviously, if you guys don't know what Harry Potter is about, it's about a boy who is living with his aunt and uncle after the death of his parents. They're very mean to him, and he's very mistreated until one day he gets a letter saying that he's a wizard going to study at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And soon he finds out that he's actually like a huge celebrity because of what happened to his parents. And yeah. It's a great series. Highly recommend. So the next 2 books I finished in the month of December was A Court of Wings and Ruin and A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. I read both of these in December. This one was our November pick for my Massathon, and this one was our December pick for my Massathon that I hosted with Melissa from Sassy Ginger Book Obsession. Again, sorry Melissa, I know I completely dropped the ball in the live shows, but I had to reread these before the month ended. So this is book 3 and this is book 4. This one is kind of like a novella, so I say book 4, but really it's like 3.5. I loved these so much. It's like, I think I loved them more this time around than I did any of the other times. They were so good, guys. I read this one on audio and this one physically. 5 out of 5 stars, obviously. If you don't know what A Court of Thorns and Roses is about, it's about this huntress named Feyre who is trying to feed her starving family. And one day she's out in the woods and she shoots and kills a wolf and sells its pelt at the market. Later that night, a beast comes through her cottage and demands retribution because the wolf she killed was actually a fairy. And so yeah, her choices are to either die or to go to the world of fairy, aka Prythian, and live out the rest of her life in fairy as retribution for the life she took. So obviously she goes to Prythian because who wouldn't? And she is being kept in this estate on Prythian, and she discovers that the beast that took her is not actually a beast. He is a high lord and basically rules the court that she is in. And the longer she's there, she starts feeling less like a captive and more like a guest, and her feelings toward Tamlin, who is the beast that took her, start to defrost and kind of turn from hatred to love. This is hard for me to talk about because so yes, they form a relationship. Happy times. And he informs her of this plague that is plaguing the fairy worlds and is now a danger to the human world where her family is being kept. So she's determined to go out and try to stop it before it can bring a means to the end of the world as they know it, both human world and fairy world alike. It's kind of a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It's really good. I love that series with my entire being. So, yeah. Now we will move on to the next book I read in December, which was Wicked King by Holly Black. This is book 2 in the Folk of Air trilogy. I loved it. I think this is, even though I loved it, I think this is like, I think it's my least favorite in the series. Like, I still loved it, but if I had to rank them, it would go Queen of Nothing, Cruel Prince, Wicked King. It just was so much more politically driven compared to the first book. Like, this was 100% politics and, like, scheming, which I did like the scheming. I was a fan of that. So it was just so much more politics. The first book was drama and love to hate and scheming and trickery. This one was like almost 100% politics, which you guys know that I struggled with. But the whole book itself was not bad. I still thoroughly enjoyed it. It was still 5 stars worthy for me. Like, it's not the book's fault that I struggle through politics, because like, you're not going to have a Folk of Air book without politics in it. Like, that's just how this story is set up. So, I finally got through the Wicked King, guys. Can you believe it? Which brings me to my final book that I read in December, and that was Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. This was the conclusion to the Folk of Air trilogy, aka book 3, and I absolutely freaking adored this book. I am in love with this book. This is my favorite in the series. I, on a whim, picked it up one morning and was reading it physically. I read Wicked King on audio. And I picked this up on a whim on my day off, and I finished the entire thing in a day, physically. Which I know does not seem like a big accomplishment, considering I read all the Twilight books in a day. But, like, I struggled so hard reading Wicked King physically that I kind of thought this would be a problem. No. I was flying through this. It was so good. The romance was so good. Everything, the plot twist, impeccable. Carden's growth, impeccable. Like, everything was exquisite, and I saw nothing coming, loved everything, and I thought that this was a really good conclusion. Honestly, I could have done with a little bit more romance, but that's just me. But I still thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought it was fantastic. And actually in my Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of this, there are the letters from Carden in the back of it, and I was sobbing reading them because they were so cute. Like, are you joking? Barnes & Noble really did that for us. So yes, 5 out of 5 stars. I cannot believe the series ended. So yes. I don't even want to know what is crawling in my walls right now. So yes, in the month of December, I read a total of, how many books did I 6 books. 2 of them were physical, 4 of them were audio. I finished 6 of them, you know. And all of them were 5 stars. 2 of them were new reads, 4 of them were rereads. Those are the stats. I didn't annotate any books because I'm trash. Yeah. And I actually finished 3 of the 4 books that I had started last month, or in November, and didn't finish. So, yay. And yeah, that's all I have for December. like I said, it's definitely not what I wanted, but, you know, I'm getting so sick of hearing myself making the same excuse. But December was so hectic. It was work, 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 Christmas shop, spend all my money, make multiple videos, have no time for myself because I'm either making videos or Christmas shopping or working. So I'm honestly surprised that I even got any reading done. And while they may have all been rereads, it's at least something. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below what books you got read in December, and if you've read any of the books that I read in December, let me know what you thought of them in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you again for watching. I will see you next time for a new video.